The content of this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional therapy or mental health treatment. While we are therapists, we are not your therapists. If you're struggling, please seek support from a qualified mental health professional.
This is Heavy Enough. We're your hosts. I'm Riley.
And I'm Alyssa.
Sisters with therapy degrees. So expect a whole lot of insight, a little tough love, and real stories from our lives. Whether you're driving in the car, out on a walk, or just lying in your bed, get ready because we're diving in. We'll come up for air at the end. Here we are.
My turn.
Your turn. Okay, so I know you as like adult Alyssa. And I think I know you well, but I don't know anything, your life behind that, your life before. So Here's your time, hot seat. I want you to tell me about before I met you. So do you want to go all the way back? Start from the beginning?
Start from the beginning.
Okay.
Baby me.
Baby you.
October 15th.
Oh my God,
I'm
that's
born.
a good date.
I do like my birthday. Okay, so yeah, we'll start with I feel like it's important to start with infant me.
Yeah. And tell me about the family you were born into.
Yeah. So I'm the oldest of 6 kids, so I feel like that's important to say. And I grew up at a time, I will say, my dad had a lot of anger issues. So there's a combo of being the oldest and having I think I'm a more sensitive person in general. And so I think having I don't know, more responsibility, kind of a second mom role, being more sensitive, being more, I was one of my nicknames being as a toddler was Phyllis, which is an old lady name because I think it was my aunt or something would be oh, Phyllis, little worrier, because I was always he's gonna fall in the pool, mom, dad, watch, he's gonna fall in the pool, I was just always worried, I wasn't a carefree, playful
You were a mom
kid.
right off the bat?
Yeah, it's just and there's always a baby and a cousin, I don't know, so anyways, all that to say, I think I had to grow up pretty quick. Mm-hmm. Well, not that anyone necessarily made me do that, but I think it was just the birth order thing.
Yeah.
And then to kind of I don't know, an infant story that I've been told that's been followed me my whole life. It's a funny story, but as a therapist, I'm this is not funny. This is very sad. Is I'm in the high chair and my dad comes home from work and my dad would tell the story that my mom was bugging him, wanting him, I don't know, to talk to her, or she wanted something and she kept nagging me and I just was trying to eat my steak and she kept nagging me. And then the end of the story is that he throws the plate of steak across the room and I'm crying in my high chair. And then 2 weeks later, my mom's cooking steak again, and I'm 1 year old and crying, going, well, Daddy don't like steak, don't make steak. And so again, it's funny, but then now I'm it's not funny. I was trying to figure out as a toddler or even an infant, how do I not make Dad mad? How do we keep the peace in the house?
Yeah, how do you keep the peace?
Don't fucking make steak ever again, because that was scary. You threw steak across, the plate broke, the whole thing. Yeah. So to start my episode off, there's the beginning of my
Are you a vegan too?
I know, after that, no. But I share that story because it's that I've heard that story my whole life. It's so funny. Alyssa thought that's why Dad threw the plate, but then when I think about my life, and how something like that and how that actually has been the thread of even to my adulthood is how do we not make people mad at you, because that's terrifying. So again, that's a heavy story to start with, but I think growing up, that was kind of I thought was my job, as a kid with parents, as the oldest of the 6 kids. It's how do we keep the peace, which in my the way that I thought I had to do that was make sure everyone was good. And then I would like, I never thought like, what do I need, or what am I feeling, or I don't know. Like that wasn't like a thought I would have. It was more like outside of me, like how are we all gonna be okay?
Because what would that mean for you? You made sure, even as a baby, right? You made sure everyone in the room was okay. Then what did that allow you to be?
Then I was safe.
You were safe.
Yeah. So like it was for me, like if I make sure dad's not mad, then I'm safe. If I make sure my sister's not crying, then I'm safe. But I think, honestly, I think it was more like towards dad, like towards making sure dad was okay. And obviously, like I did play like a caretaker role with some of my siblings growing up. But I think most of it was like, how do I make sure like my parents are good? So yeah, I think that was like, I mean, that wasn't like my whole childhood, but I think if we're talking about like heavy things that shaped us, like I think that's like a picture of like my personality and just like the dynamics in the family. And then I think like, put it like growing up and then just becoming older in like school, I was like a good student. Like, again, it kind of plays itself out. Like, don't make the teacher mad, make sure the teacher's happy with you, get all the good grades, don't break any rules, like anxiety. I mean, there's a lot of anxiety in there.
Yeah.
And then you add going to church, don't sin, make sure God's happy with you, like people pleaser, don't break it. Like, I don't know, it was kind of that same like picture overlaid as a teenager and then overlaid as a young adult. Like,
so as you grew up, like the people pleasing got bigger because there was more outside identities, like kind of pushing that, be a good kid, be a good girl, be a good woman,
right? Yeah,
on
like
you.
the good girl thing.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and then it would be like like authority figures, so like teachers or God or parent, like it kind of like would replay that way. And then it would turn into like, I don't know, college roommates. Like, how do I make sure my roommates are happy with me? Like, it would still turn into that a little bit, where like, making sure like friends were good, or just kind of like, never did I say like, how would I be feeling? What do I need right now? It was like,
how are you good?
Everyone else? And how do I make sure that everyone's good? And I feel like that was like definitely a thing that like followed me for like a long time. Even now, like I still can.
I was going to say now, as a woman, knowing that experience, and as like a therapist, knowing all those experiences add up to like people pleasing tendencies or anxiety or anything like that, where would you say you are at now?
Now, I think it's like I think I'm really aware of it now.
Yeah.
But I think I had to go through like, there was like a lot of like anxiety, depression stuff that I had to like, and that was like mostly in college, of like, why do I feel so bad? Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm doing everything right. Like, why do I feel so bad? And it's like, oh, because I'm not listening to my body. I'm not listening or even asking like, what is it that you're feeling? What is it that you need? Go and do that. So I think that now I think I'm like probably like so aware that that's like, I'm so aware of it that I'm like constantly checking in with myself.
Yeah.
Naturally, if I like put me in a room with like 30 people, naturally I'm like, is everyone good? Who's the most unhappy person in the room? I'll help you. Let me go. Like, I always know who's like not good in a room. Like, I'm like so attuned to that. And I can choose. Like, I can choose to say like, do I want to go check in with that person because I can tell they're not good, or I could be like, it's not my job right now. Like, I'm at a party and I want to just not be a therapist right now, and I'm gonna like have fun. But I think before it wasn't a choice. Like, I think I still have, we can call it like a trauma response or like a superpower, whatever. But like, I still know that. Like, it's like a natural like thing
spot that person out in the room and attune to them.
For sure. But I think now I'm like way more like, I can like slow myself down and not just like naturally do that and see where I'm at with it. I'm not like perfect at it.
Yeah.
But I think that's like what I teach people too. Like, I think that's where I went in like therapy world too, of like teaching people how to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I needed. So it's like repaying it or paying it forward kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, now I feel like it's more, okay, I have the choice to respond to these cues that I'm getting, that my superpower is like telling me. Versus then it was like a reaction, like, God, go. Like, go,
right.
go.
Like, or else I'm not safe.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, I'm safe even if they're not good or someone else can talk to them. Or,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't like steak?
I actually do like steak.
Okay. So infant baby, then you talked about birth order. Can you talk about that a little bit more? Because I don't know if like people understand like how much of an effect that birth order can have on a family or a person. And especially in your family, one of 6 and the oldest of 6. And I want to say the oldest daughter. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility in that.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll start by saying I think my family isn't like typical I'm the oldest. Like, I think there's been so many like reiterations of my family that like I can honestly say like my younger sister also plays, one of my younger sisters also plays the oldest role. And then the third one also played the oldest role. So like we all were the oldest at one point when like I would move out.
Because you were out of the house.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So I can like recognize that. But I think to speak from my own experience, I think I definitely played like the role of like the responsible one, kind of like golden child, like a lot of attention, needed to leave sleepovers early to babysit, like that kind of thing. Like I'd be woken up like on a Saturday morning, like 7 a.m., like come home, and all my friends got to sleep in. I'm like, okay, I'll go watch my baby sister. I'm 16, but I have a baby sister. I'll go change her diaper. Like that was very annoying. Even though she's like the best now, but at the time it was annoying. But yeah, I think I played like kind of like a second mom role in some ways. Not that like, I don't know. I feel like I want to be careful to be like, it's not anybody's fault. It's just, but like I did, like it just naturally happened. And yeah, I think having like a daughter now, I can see how that happens really easy. Like, cool, you want to help, And I think I was like just naturally like nurturing and caretaking and wanted to, but not all the time. But yeah, I have 5 younger siblings, and there's like the first 3 are like super like back to back to back. And then there's a 5-year age gap. And then that's Frankie, your husband. And then we got another 5-year age gap and another 5-year age gap. And those ones are like way spaced out. And so, yeah. So like my youngest sister and I are like 16 years apart. So it's like a huge difference. And like I said, it's been different in like every season. So like living at home, I moved out at 17 and I again had a 1-year-old baby sister. And then I was gone for maybe like 6 years or so. And so then when I ended up moving back home, it was like, it's a different family at that point. Like everyone who took on different roles. Like I said, like different ages or different siblings became oldest, or it kind of morphed and shifted.
That's interesting you say that too, because when I picture a family of 8, but like 6 kids, I'm picturing like you all go through life as one unit. But what you're saying is like, well, no, because I was 17 and went to college when my baby sister was learning how to walk, and so you're not really going through it all together.
Yeah, no, I missed out on
which is so interesting, because knowing you and your family, you guys are so close. Like it's the closest family for not ever being like one cohesive unit. Really at any point almost.
Right. Yeah, no, it was only all 6 of us. It was only for like a year, if you really think about it. Which is really
your senior year of high school.
Maybe it was 2 years. Maybe like my junior year and senior year. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, but I would come home and I would take Natalie to the beach, and I would, like there were like, I was still connected. I wasn't like I'm gone forever. Like I was still connected. But I think, like I said in the last podcast, it's like Frankie's 13. He's stuck at 13, like because I didn't know him as an adult. Really, like we weren't like close as an adult. I like moved out, and I don't know. I don't know if he feels like that, but
I don't know.
Yeah. So I think yeah, I think having like those like different phases and different like almost like relearning each other too. Like I think after I went, so in college I had gone through my like first time of therapy and like first like why am I depressed? Like what is going on? And it's like, well, how do you like what do you do for fun? And I was like, what is that? Like just cry in therapy. Like I don't, what's fun? What's a hobby? Like I don't have that. Like just so confused.
You don't have space.
But yeah, I don't have space to have a hobby. Like I got to make sure everyone's good. And there's always someone unhappy in the world that I can help, you know? But I say that because I think after my first like real chunk of therapy, I remember like reconnecting with family members feeling so different. Like, I don't know if they would feel that way, but I felt so different in terms of like how I was connecting with them and how I could like
your relationship, or you felt different as a person?
Both. Like I think I was showing up different, and then I was able to like give different type of space for them as well, instead of being in my typical whatever role that was.
Yeah.
But I did feel different. Like I felt like I wasn't like trapped in completely into like what I was before.
And that was college.
Yeah. And that was like I want to say it was like end of college.
Is that like the first time that you felt like I had the space to focus on me, and now I'm showing up differently? Like, were you aware of it as that being the first time for you?
Emotionally, yes. Because I could say I had like, I can think about high school. Like I had things for me. Like I like activities, or like it's not like I didn't have like quality time or attention. Like I definitely had that growing up. But in terms of like space for like my emotions to exist and to like process my feelings, and they were valid and real, and like that was probably one of the first times for me. If that makes sense. Because I think it can get kind of like, I don't know, it's just like a different thing.
Yeah. After, well, you moved away, and then after your first stint of therapy.
Yeah.
So you went into your first stint in therapy for what?
For depression.
For depression. And talk to me about that.
I think I was just like confused. Like I just feel bad. Like why do I feel bad? Like I don't know why I feel bad. And I think that was like a lot of learning. Like I don't want to go to hang out with these people or something like this. Something like basic. Like I don't really enjoy hanging out with this group of people, or what, something like that, where it was like, okay, then don't go. And it was like, what? I have to go. They invited me. It's on my calendar. Like, what do you mean don't go? It's like, well, if you don't enjoy it, it doesn't, what feels better to you instead? I'm like, I don't know, like a million other things. Like, we'll do that. I'm like, well, I can't say no. I gotta make sure everyone likes me, guys. That is my job, you know? Like, so it's like that was like the first time of like, you can have a feeling and you can act on it, and like someone could be mad at you, or like someone could be, because you like acting out, it's like acting authentically to who you are. Yeah. And like that was like so like not how I was living, because I was just so like, I gotta make sure everyone's good.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that was like that stint of therapy. And again, it sounds like very basic, but like I think it was like really a big deal. It was like shifted. Like I started saying no to things, you know. And I remember like going back home and having like a conversation like with my mom, and her being like upset that I'd said no to something with like a family event or something. And it was like, where is like people pleasing Alyssa? Like she was like very upset. Like I'm losing my kid. Like you're not the same. And I'm like, she's dead. Like, you know, like she died. Like I'm not doing that anymore.
Quote T Swift.
What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's dead. But like it was. Wow. It was like I was like showing up differently and starting to feel better, but like to the people around me, it's like, what's happening to her? Like she used to always do, like show up to all these things, or she used to always just say yes. Like why is she saying no to me? Like what's happening to her? Yeah. And so that was like a different like thing going on, like in like family dynamics too. It's like one person changes, like everyone's like, what's happening to you? Shifts. You know.
Well, yeah, in that dynamic, then people don't know how to act, because it's always been, okay, I know how this person's going to show up, so I know how to be with this person. Right. Then this person throws me a curveball, And now it's like, well, how do I act? And then it's going to be then little sibling, how do they act? So it really shifts things around.
Totally.
Not to say could be, obviously was for the better.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't all have to all be bad. But.
Right. Yeah, but it was just so different than like what was expected or what it was for so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like I definitely still have like tendencies towards that. But I think the awareness and the skills I have now, and like I know how to like combat that a little better.
Yeah. What are the skills that you use that work?
I'm a planner for one.
Okay.
Like I think I really like to have like I have to like have space to like plan what's good for me this week, and so then I know like it's already kind of set. And I know I'm saying no to anything more because it's already set. So I don't have the moment of like I'm just saying yes because there's an empty thing. So I like to plan ahead. I journal like every single morning and check in with my feelings of the day and like like what am I feeling right now? And I like will journal that like I'm feeling and like fill in the blank. And then like what am I needing? And like fill in the blank and try to get that for the day. So if that's like I'm sad, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make some space to like process whatever happened. Or if I'm feeling like my body hurts, I'm like, okay, I need to like stretch today, or I need to make an appointment for acupuncture or like whatever. But like it's not, I think other people may have like a more natural like an automatic like I feel this way, I'm gonna go do this thing. I have to really take a second and like connect with myself and like listen and then do the thing. Like it's like an active skill, which like I don't think everyone has to try that hard to like connect with themselves. I don't know.
Well, I disagree because I think you are like the perfect example of a therapist, but a person who preaches something to help people and also embodies it. Because I think it's super easy, especially for therapists, to give out these skills to do or give out these coping mechanisms to try out, but they themselves don't even abide by that or live by that. I think you have that's an amazing quality that you have, because not only do you help a lot of people in your professional life in those examples or those skills or just processing their own thing, but you also do that for yourself. And that's something that I really admire about you. Because we'll be texting about something and something weird happened. And then I learned later that, well, you moved your body and you went on a walk and you journaled about it. And I'm like, wow, like, what am I doing? Just sitting on the couch dissociating.
But I'm like taking 5 hours to like feel like a human being again because I'm so, like my body's so sensitive. Like I have to do so much work to like
But that's the beautiful part about who you are.
Yeah.
And then you cater to that part.
Yeah.
You don't judge it. You don't judge yourself for it taking 5 hours.
Yeah.
You take the time to give yourself that 5 hours.
Yeah. I do judge myself though. But thank you.
Okay.
It's all of it. But thank you. I hear you. I do that. I do apply.
Is it judgment or guilt?
I think it's more like annoyance. I'm like, really? Like, I gotta like take, like my whole morning is spent just trying to like feel normal because like one thing happened. Like, can't I just like it feels like annoying. Like that my body, I said, like, I think my body's like very sensitive and like something happens and it takes me a long time to come back. And like, it's more annoying. I don't know if judgment is the right word. It's not guilt. It's more just like, wow, this is like a lot of work. Like, I hope one day this is like, doesn't take this long.
Maybe it won't.
So, I hope not.
But I mean, you're working your ass off now, so commend you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's go back to you first in therapy. Then you are a young woman. Like, who is Alyssa as a young woman, and how did you find her?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think in between, there's stuff to talk about in between there a little bit. So, stint of therapy. In that time, I got sick with cancer also. So there's like, I don't know if that should be like another podcast or if I should just put this in here, but basically what happened was I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder.
Before the cancer?
Yes, before the cancer. And then it was caused by a cancerous tumor next to my heart. So I had...
The tumor triggered the autoimmune.
Correct. Yeah. Well, that's what they say. I don't know what's first. But basically, it was during... So I was in therapy at the time I was talking about, like, for depression. And I was working... I had an EMDR therapist. And we were working through some of, like, childhood stuff. And shortly after that, I think like during those sessions, I was like, it's really hard to like go to my childhood home. Like I'm so like sensitive to like walk in, like there, like nothing's happening. Like I said, like I think my dad had like really like anger, like more anger issues when I was like childhood. Like, so it wasn't like happening at 24 necessarily. Like I wasn't walking into that, but I really had a hard time like visiting because again, my body is like so sensitive. And whatever that was still in there, you know? So like I'm working through an EMDR, like these memories or whatever. And at the same time, like, I know my dad loves me. I know my dad misses me. I know my family wants me home. They're like, what's going on? Like, why can't you come home? And I remember my therapist saying like, we're going to get you to go home. Like that's what the goal is because like we're going to get you to go home. And shortly after that, I was having like body weakness and, got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and to the point where like I was walking to my college classes, this is grad school now, and like dropped my laptop, like my arms gave out basically. And I was like, I guess I'm not going to school. Like I went right to the hospital and was like, my arm gave out, I had double vision, my legs were weak, I like couldn't breathe good. And I was like undiagnosed, like mystery case for like 3 months and just like moved home back to my childhood home where I could not even step foot in. And now I'm having to recover in a bed there and like can barely like take care of myself as an adult. And I want to say long story short, but it's still going to be long. Basically like they ended up finding a tumor next to my heart and they said it was encapsulated, it didn't spread. But this is the reason why like your body's weak, like we need to get this out, we need to remove it. And during that time, like I had to do chemo, I had to do radiation. So it wasn't like, let's do surgery, get it out and you're good. It was like over the course of like a year. And in that time, there was like a lot of journaling, praying, like signs and like God talking to me and like healing with my parents and like specifically with my dad. And I think like one of the things that like happened, I remember like in the hospital having kind of like, it was like very like symbolic too, because I was like dreaming a lot. Like there was like just a lot of like, I don't know, like a lot of spiritual things happening at this time. But basically one of the things that I like remember like embodying or like feeling it was a message was like, when you have something like a tumor or cancer, it's like in your body, like that's what, like for me, the tumor was what was causing my like double vision, my weakness, my inability to like swallow and breathe and walk and live, right? And like that needed to like be removed for me to like be healed and like live my life again. And so like one of the, I don't know, messages or takeaways was like, I feel like what is in our lives, and like that's like the world, other people, my clients, people in general, like what is in your life that's like making you weak or making you not be able to be free or making you see things double, like not being able to see clearly. It's like this thing that's like in you that needs to like get out. Because once I had the surgery, I literally, the day of surgery, okay, like if you saw me, it was like I was like a vegetable. I was hooked up to breathing machines. I was bald. I could not swallow, so I had like tubes in my throat to get like a feeding tube, essentially. I could not lift my arms, so I was riding on a magnedoodle like this because I couldn't like lift. I couldn't walk. I was in a wheelchair if I had to go to the bathroom. So like everything was like breaking. Like I was like everything was like broken, like my whole body. And then I go into surgery, and it's like a risky surgery because I was so weak that they were like, we have to get this out of her, but also she's not strong enough for surgery. And I wake up from the surgery, and I literally lifted my arms up, like immediately with the tumor out. And then like, I want to say like that week I was like walking again.
Wow.
And that this was like in March, and I went back to grad school in the fall.
Wow.
Like as if like nothing happened. Like I took a year off school, went through all that, and then just like went back to school.
That's crazy. I mean,
I know.
medicine is amazing. And also, you talked about like the messages you received and like the symbolism of all that. So, I mean, what do you make of that, medicine aside, of what was trapped in your body that needed to get out? It got out. It's almost like, hallelujah, like new person is born.
Yeah.
Like what was the symbolism behind that for you?
Yeah. I mean, I can connect it to a lot of things. I think like thinking of like where it was, like it's next to my heart. So there's like a hurt. Like what's in your heart? Like it's your emotions, it's your feelings, it's your grief. It's like so many things are like your heart. But I don't think I ever like expressed it.
Yeah.
Like I said, like growing up, I was never like connected to myself. And so I think the way that I think about it, I don't know if this is like accurate or true, but like just like the way that I think of like all the things I went through and then where I was, I'm like, okay, I'm in EMDR, I'm processing emotions, I'm finally connecting with myself. Like I almost have this picture of like the cells in my body like all came to like a surfacey spot to like get removed.
Yeah.
Where like I'm like, because I don't know, did I have the tumor my whole life? Did I just have, was it just cells in my body that came to a certain point and then it got like, I got surgery? Like, I don't know, like I'll never know. But what I do know is like, there was things in my body that were not good for me. And then my body was like affected by it and then needed it to get out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like I said before, like the bigger picture now is like, okay, how do I like pass that on? Because I look at it as like, it's not just about what I went through. It's like, that's everyone's story in a way. Like maybe it's not cancer, but it's like something is like, no matter what it is, like what's holding someone back from like living their dream life.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how do we work through that? How do we get that removed or how do we process it? Or I don't know. It's like, that kind of idea.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, with along those lines, what do you think about the idea of like stress and trauma and inability to voice your needs, then being kind of turned into like a physical ailment? It's like, okay, if you're not going to address what's going on for you emotionally, like
your body will tell you.
The body will tell you and force you to extinguish that, you know, whether it's surgery or a tumor or I don't know, medicate. I don't know what it is, you know, but like, what do you think about the connection of brain body?
Oh yeah, it's like all connected. Like I think knowing now, like especially what I'm doing now, which is like, how am I feeling? What do I need? And like watching my body feel different. Yeah, I think it's all in one. And like, I think we're not taught that. Like we're not taught to, what are you feeling? What do you need? Let's do it. Like that's, I don't know. Like I try to do that with my daughter now. But I think like in general, like that's not
way too good of a job.
It's not, I think we need to go the other direction. Like
I know you're gonna, I mean, you did it and you did it so good. And now it's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back around. But yeah, I don't have any regrets with that. It's just gonna be like, this is hard for me, but this is a good thing to do.
She's gonna be so healthy. She is so healthy.
I hope so. Yeah, she's good. So, but yeah, our bodies talk. And our bodies know things before like our brains know.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something too where I'm like, I don't need to know it and figure everything out. Sometimes I just need to like move my body.
Yeah.
And like,
well, how do you connect to your body now? Because I mean, like you said, maybe our body knows before our brain knows. Like what's an example for you that your body speaks? And now since you're so aware and insightful and have that knowledge, like how can you identify that?
I think like I get like really bad like back pain in my right shoulder. So that's one time, like that's like I don't know what it means, but I'm like, okay, today we're doing yoga for upper back or like something like that. But I think it's more just like attuning to what's going on. Like I think I just make space every day to like ask myself what my body's needing, and like it's different every day. Like it's not. Sometimes I'm like more regimented, but I think I'm trying to be more like, okay, I need to just like be flexible and fluid with like what's coming up, and I don't need to like analyze it. I don't need to like talk about what it is. Like I don't always need to know. Sometimes it's just like my body just needs to move through some energy, and like I'll feel better after that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, to like, you know, to like quote something, it doesn't have to be like so heavy. Right? Like, okay, before my body like speaks to me about like red alarm, you know, alarms going off and code red, like, let me just do a quick check-in. Yeah, that feels off. Okay, I'm going to handle it and I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's not always like waiting for the ball to drop, waiting for your body to speak to you.
Right.
It's like taking that initiative, like, you good? You good? We're good. Let's go.
Yeah. And it could even be like, I want to be social today. Like, it doesn't need to be like, oh, my back has a knot, like I need to go for a massage. Like sometimes, but like it might be like, I'm bored and I want to like go have fun today. Like I'm gonna see if my friends want to do this tonight. Like, so, but again, like I think that's so much more that especially that part, like the play fun part is so much more natural. I think for people than it is for me, where like that's something I'm like, oh, I'm allowed to have fun. Like life isn't just like work and like cleaning. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think that's. So to answer your question, young adulthood was
a lot.
Going back to childhood home and healing things and revisiting relationships and all of that.
Okay. I mean, forced back home.
Yeah.
In a way.
For sure.
Okay.
Forced back home.
You come out of treatment. You come out of chemo and radiation and surgery. You go back to grad school. And you become a therapist. And then where did that birdie fly after?
And then I get married, I have a baby, and then I'm navigating working mom life, which is like a whole other thing of just a lot. It's a lot. And knowing I want to be a good mom, but I have this career, and I want to do everything perfect. And I want everyone to be happy because that's what I do.
So does it creep back in?
Oh, for sure.
When you have, I mean, maybe it truly never leaves you, right?
Not really.
You just know how to handle it better, and you know how to handle it in your own way. So do you think being a therapist has informed the way you parent? Maybe being a parent or growing up has informed the way you're a therapist? Like, talk to me about your now route and journey into becoming a therapist and who you are now professionally.
Yeah. So I kind of mentioned this a little bit, but yeah, as a therapist, I am like heavily like attachment focused. So most of my clients were talking about like attachment wounds, attachment trauma, even whether it's like direct or indirectly. Like I know that. And so there's a lot of like someone's coming in for like as an adult with this certain issue or problem, whether it's like with their friends, with their in their relationship, whatever, and to go back to like, okay, you learned this like back here, like look where you learned this. And so it's a lot of like reparenting or reprocessing like childhood stuff, because so much of it is survival as a kid. Like I said, like I needed to do this to feel safe, so that wasn't like a choice. That was like I had to do that to like calm my nervous system down. And as an adult, I don't need to do that anymore. So learning that I could be different now. So I think a lot of my work now is like learning who my clients are, who they were as a child, who they had to be as a child, and then teaching them like they don't have to do that anymore. And I know it's very vague, but it's like very much like attachment focused in terms of what, like their wounds, but then also like, again, connecting to where are they now? How do we express that? How do we have secure attachment with each other and ourselves, and advocating for your needs and all those types of things. So
I mean, going back to the beginning of like, where did you come from? How did you exist in that world? Because you as an adult, it's not like you're a brand new person.
No.
Like your past still obviously informs, you know, you now. Doesn't mean that's all of who you are, but how can we make room for both, right? Address the past and move forward.
Yep. It's like, I always picture like the Russian girl doll thing, where
it's
like, there's like 5-year-old you lives with you, 7-year-old is still with you, 10-year-olds with you. And if they're not good, it's coming out as an adult. Like 5-year-old you's having a tantrum right now. Like This is why we're like kids in adult bodies, like having these weird moments of shutdown or tantruming or whatever. It's like, it's really just like the old you that's freaking out, you know?
Right. I mean, I can relate to that so much of like certain reactions that I have. I was like, okay, was that adult me or like baby me?
Right.
And most of the time it was baby me.
Yeah.
And so having that knowledge, I mean, is great because you can somewhat address it and control it and use skills and learn how to respond to certain things, certain triggers.
For sure.
How do you think you as a therapist, I forgot my thought. Sorry.
Try again.
How do you think you as a therapist of teaching other people to address their needs and heal has helped you now in your life?
I think whenever you teach something or share something that you like know is like true, it sounds like very dramatic to say this. I picture it being like, I feel like so dramatic saying this for some reason. It's like water that's like re-healing you. So like I might know, I know, like I might know the truth of like, know your feelings and know your needs and express them.
Yeah.
But like, and I'm practicing that actively like all the time. And I'm not that great at it, but I'm still practicing it. But when I can like share that with my client, it like reignites my like confidence in the fact that like I need to do that for myself, and it's like washes through me again. And like I don't know, it's like I'm helping people, but I'm helping myself.
Yeah.
And I think I also teach grad school and undergrad like in psychology, and so I think those classes too, like having like groups of people where I'm like teaching psychology, like that's like different than a client, you know, actually teaching like how to be a therapist and like all of that too is like, it feels like it's just like healing in itself just to like talk through things like that and like paying it forward really.
Absolutely. Do you think people pleasing Alyssa is still
she's
still
still
here
alive.
with us today?
That little girl's still in there for sure. She's still in there. She's like, "Are you comfortable, Riley?
Oh my god,
are you okay hearing my story?" Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
so you're feeling it
alive.
now, like currently, right now.
No, not actually. No.
Okay.
I was kind of making that like a little extra. No. No, I'm not. But she's definitely alive. Yeah. She's definitely in there. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Any last parting words?
I don't think so. I think we got.
How are you feeling right now?
To be honest, my hair tie snapped in the middle of this.
Stop! I didn't even know.
And I'm like, what's my hair gonna be looking like on this right now?
It hasn't moved.
It hasn't moved. We got the hairspray in, so that's what I'm thinking about right now. But I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your hair literally didn't move.
Well, good.
And where did it go?
I don't know. I just felt it snap. We're gonna have to find it after this.
Crazy.